So hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and we are going to continue with our Python for machine learning and data science series. In today's video, we are going to cover the topics such as variables, data types, and input and output. So these topics are very essential for Python fundamentals. And today we are going to deep dive into the internal working of Python, how variables are assigned, or how is the memory managed. Okay, stay with me till the end of this lecture because this is going to be a super valuable. So let's get started. The very first thing that we need to study is what are variables basically. So in simple words, a variable is nothing but it is a name that stores values. So think of it as just like a box. Okay. In that particular box, you're given a label as X and the value of the box consists is 5. So basically X is nothing but a variable and the value of X is nothing but 5. Now, how Python actually stores variables in memory? It's not this way. So this is not the way the Python stores a variable in the memory. It is something like this. Let us understand how this particular thing works internally. So let's say I'm writing here now x is equal to 5 in Python. So what actually happens in memory basically? This is where Python is different from other languages such as C and Java. So in Python, everything is an object basically. So number 5 here is nothing but an object. So the string hello is an object. If I write a list, it is an object. So basically everything is an object. So every object has three things basically. It has an ID, it has a type, and it has a value. So basically in stack, we have a variables and in heap, we have objects. Okay, so basically here, if I write x is equal to 5, it is nothing but this particular variable x is pointing to this object containing the value 5 of type integer and with ID 14001. Now this ID is nothing but a memory address. So similarly, if I write here y is equal to x, now here y is equal to x means whatever value x holds, give assign it to y. So now here it will not create another object, but what it will do is it will refer that particular variable to the same object where the value is 5. Okay. So both variables are here pointing to the same object. This is nothing but a reference assignment. So I hope you understood this. Now we'll do this practically also. Now what happens if I do something like this? I'm writing x is equal to 5. So that means if when the first statement is executing x is equal to 5, it means that my variable is pointing to the object with value 5. Okay. Now if I write y is equal to x, at this point, my both the x and y variables are pointing to object with holding value 5. Now if I write reassignment, so if I reassign the variable x is equal to 10, now in this case, now x will point to the object with value 10 and y will point to the object with value 5. So if I reassign the value of x, x will point to a different object and y will still pointing to the object with value 5. So I hope you understood how this reference assignment works and how internally Python assigns the variables or stores the variables. Okay. So I have opened the Jupyter notebook here. So now I'm going to assign a variable, let's say a is equal to 10 and execute this particular thing. If I write here print a, I will get the value as 10. If I write something like this, a equal to 10, b equal to 10. And now if I print a and print b, what I'm going to get 10 and 10. Okay. Now how these particular things are assigned, a equal to b. I have already shown you this, how it is assigned a equal to b. So there is an object in the memory of value 10 and a is referenced or pointing to that particular object. Similarly, if I am writing b equal to 10, now this particular b is pointing to the same object. Now, how to know whether it is pointing to the same object or not? So basically, if I write something like this, print ID of A. Now this ID is nothing but it will tell us what is the memory address of A, variable A. So if I run this, I will get something called something like this, some value that is nothing but a memory address. So if I write like this, print ID of B. So notice here, If I print ID of A and ID of B, both are equal, correct? That means this particular A is pointing to the same object and this B is also pointing to the same object. That's what we have discussed now. Okay. Similarly, if I write like this, x is equal to 10 and y is equal to x. Now if I print x, comma, y, what I'm going to get? 10, 10. And here also, if I print like this, print ID of x, comma, ID of y. So you can see here, both have same IDs. That means both are pointing to the same object. So I hope you understood how variables are assigned and how memory management is done. Now, now we'll understand the next part. So this is very interesting concept basically. So Python actually catches small integers. The range is from -5 to 256. So if a value is between this particular range -5 to 256, Python will catch this particular integers. It means that if you create two variables with the same value, let's say a equal to 100, b equal to 100, within this range -5 to 256, so Python will not create a different object, it will point to the same object. So basically, if I execute this particular command, a equal to 100, b equal to 100, if I print a is b, it is true. It will give me true. Print id of a, it will give me same id for id of a and id of b also. But if my value is not in the range of -5 to 256, let's say it is 1000. Now, if I print A is B, it will give me false and the ID will be different ID. So Python catches small integers which are ranges from -5 to 256. This is basically used for memory optimization. What is this particular is? So if you use equal to, it will compare the values. But if you use is keyword, it will compare the identity with the same object is in memory of. So let us try to understand this with the help of demonstration. So if I write here a equal to 10, b equal to 10, and if I print here a is b, and if I print here id of a, comma, id of b, what I'm going to get is 2, and here print. If I execute this, what I'm going to get? True. A is B. A is B means same object in memory. Both are pointing to same object in memory. And ID, the memory address is also the same. Okay. But if I write like this, A is equal to 1000, B is equal to 1000, print A is B, and print ID of A, comma, ID of B. Now here you can notice false. That means A and B are not pointing to the same object. So for A, the object with value 1000 is different, and for B, the object with value 1000 is different. And similarly, you can notice here there is also difference in the memory address 6240, 6080. So that's what I've told you. This is nothing but a Python's integer catching. Okay. I hope you understood this variable assignment and what do you mean by how variables point with objects and what does the object consist of and all these stuffs you are clear with. Now let us move to the next concept. Okay. So the next concept here it is that is variable naming rules. Okay. So how to name variables? Okay. Now here I have wrote some variable names which are not allowed. That's for example, you cannot start a variable name with a digit, or you cannot use hyphen here, or you cannot use space, or you cannot use the special characters, and you cannot use the reserved keywords. Well, let us discuss this with the help of some examples. Okay, now I'm coming back to the Jupyter notebook. Now here we'll see something related to valid variable names first. So can I write something like this? Name is equal to Alice. Is this valid? Yes, it is valid. Okay. Can I write something like this? Age is equals to 25. Yes, it is valid. Then can I write something like this? Underscore score is equals to let's say 99. Yes, it is valid. If I run this, there is no error. So you can start the variable name with underscore. Okay. Can I write like this? My underscore variable is equals to 12. Let's say like this. Yes, this is also valid. You can use underscore, but you cannot use space here. Similarly, can you use like this camel case, like this. Can we use this a variable name? Yes, we can use it as a variable name. There is no error. Okay. Can I write like this? Variable 123 is equals to, okay. Okay. Is it valid? Yes, it is valid. We can write variable with alphanumeric also. Okay. Can I write something like this? All in capital letters, constant 3.14. Yes, it is also valid. Now we'll see what are the invalid variable names. Invalid variable names. Let's say I'm writing here 1 starting with the digit 1 where is equals to 10. Now if I run this particular run, there is a syntax error. Invalid decimal literal. So we cannot write a variable name starting with a digit. Okay. Similarly, if I write something like this, my dash variable. I'm not using underscore, I'm using dash. And if I write here, let's say, okay. So if I run this particular program, again, cannot assign to expression here, maybe you meant is equal to. So there is some error, syntax error. Next, can I write like this? My space variable is equals to 4. No, I cannot write. So there is again an invalid syntax. Okay. Can I write something like this using special characters? At the rate value equals to 5. No, again there is a syntax error. So this is how you can write the variable names. It should not start with a digit. It should not have a space. It should not have a dash. It should not have a special characters at the beginning. Can I write like this? Variable at the rate 123. Let's see. Again, it is an error. Special characters are not included. Only you can write underscore. You can write underscore like this. Variable and again underscore is equals to 5. Variable underscore is equals to 6. This is allowed. Okay. Okay. Now let's see some invalid variable names if you use reserve keywords. Now what are reserve keywords? Reserve keywords are Python keywords. They have special meaning basically. Let's say if, elif, like the else, while, for, in, like this. These are the reserve keywords. If I write something like this, if is equals to 4. Again, it will be a syntax error because if is a reserve keyword. Similarly, if I write something like this, continue is equals to 5. Again, continue is a reserve keyword, we cannot write that. Similarly, if I write break is equals to any string. Okay. Again, it is a in syntax error. So basically, these are the things you should keep in notice while naming a variable. So variable name, we cannot use the reserve keywords. We cannot use a number at the start. We cannot use space. We cannot use dash. We cannot use special characters. Okay. These are the things you should remember. Now we'll try to assign multiple assignment. Okay. Let's say I want to assign x is equal to y is equal to z is equal to value 0 and then print x comma y comma z. What I'm going to get is 0 0 0. So I can do multiple assignment in one line. X is equal to y equal to z is equal to z. Similarly, let's say I'm going to write like this. A comma b comma c is equals to 1 comma 2 comma 3. Now if I print something like this, print a comma b comma c, then also I'm going to get 1 2 3. This is nothing but unpacking the multiple values in one loop. Okay. So let's say I want to write a program now, program to swap two variables, values of two variables without using a third variable, So how can I write? A comma b is now 10 comma 20. I want A's value in B and B's value in A without using a third variable. So simply I can write here print A comma B. This is the original value. Now what I'm going to do is now B comma A is equal to A comma B. And now if I print A comma B, see here, if I run this, first A was 10, B was 20. Then I assigned B comma A as A comma B. Now B become the value of A, that is 20, and A is now nothing but 10. Sorry, B is nothing but 10. So I hope you understood this particular thing. Okay, now let us understand how we can delete a variable. Okay, so if I write something like this, x is equal to 10, print x. Okay, so it will give me value 10. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to delete x and again I'm going to print the x. See here. What is the error? Name error, name x is not defined. So basically delete. What's the delete command do or delete x or this particular delete a variable name. So it deletes the variable name, not the object itself. It may not delete the object. Basically x is now pointing to object with value 10. So if I write delete x, it will delete the variable, but it will not delete the object. So if I want to demonstrate this, let's say I'm going to write here x is equal to 10, y is equal to x. Print x comma y, print id of x comma id of y. Okay. Now I'm going to delete x. Now I'm going to print y comma id of y. Now let's execute this. So see, x is pointing to object 10. So 10. And now y is equal to x, means y is also pointing to the same object 10. Now is the object same? So I can see the memory address is same for both x and y. Now if I'm going to delete x, it will delete only the variable x, but it will not delete the object. So if I write here print y and id of y, so I'm getting the same memory address which was earlier. So it means this delete x will delete the variable, but it will not delete the object created. Okay. But if the case is something like this, x is equal to 10 and delete x. Okay. And for the object 10, none of the other variables is pointing. Now x was only pointing and other variables are now not pointing. So automatically it will be deleted. Okay, now let's understand what are different common variable errors. That is name error and type error. So again, I'm going to the Jupyter notebook. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here is print. I'm going to write print scores. Okay. I have not assigned a variable named scores and I'm directly printing it. Okay. Now, if I execute, what is here the error? Name error. Name score is not defined. Basically, I have not defined that particular variable, so it is a name error. So how we can fix it? Let's say I'm not assigning the variable score is equal to 0. Now I will write print score. Now if I execute this, I will get the answer as output as 0. Second one is a type error. Type error. What is basically type error? Okay. So if I write age is equals to 25 and let's say I'm going to write message is equals to I am plus age plus years old. Okay, basically I'm writing like this and okay. So if I execute this particular command, what an error I'm getting? Can only concatenate string to string. So basically here I have used concatenate operator which can concatenate one and more strings. So basically this year old is a string, I am is a string, but age is not a string. Age is not a string. Age is an integer, basically, correct? So it cannot concatenate that. Okay. So what is a fix now for this? So if I write something like this, message is equals to I am plus I want to convert this particular age into string. So I can write like this string age. Convert that particular age variable into string plus year old. Now if I write execute something like this, what is this syntax error? String related data line 1. Okay, here it should be it is semi. Okay. Now if I execute this, then it is executed. Now if I print, basically if I write here print message, I'm going to get here uh basically if I write here print message and execute, I'm going to get I am 25-year old. Okay, so it is executed. Another thing that I can use here is something called as f string. F string. So here I can use message is equals to f string f I am age years old. And this is a very common method. This fine. And if I write here now print message and execute, so I am 25 years old. So basically it will convert all this thing into a string. So this here the age 25 it will get converted into string. And then it will be stored in the message and then we will display the message. Now we will see how to check the data type. Basically if I write x is equal to 10, in other programming languages, we need to specify the data types here. Int x is equals to 10 like this. But in Python, if you directly write x is equal to 10, it will automatically assign the data type. So to check with data type it is assigned, we can write here as print type of X, like this. Okay. This is the invalid syntax. I will just remove it. Okay. Print type of X. It will show me something called as class of int. That is, it is an integer data type. Similarly, if I write here something 3.24 and type of X, if I execute this, I will get the answer as float. Data types. Python data types. Basically, they are divided into numeric, text, Boolean, null, and collections. In numeric, we have integer, float, complex, text-based string, Boolean, none, collections, we have list, tuple, dictionary, and set. Now we will explore all these data types one by one with an example. Okay. Let's say x is equal to 42, y is equals to -100, z is equals to 0, and some variable big is equals to, let's say, 9998 and so on. Okay. If I try to print this all the values, say print the type of x, print the type of x, then let's say print the type of b, big. If I execute this particular command, I will get this x variable is of class integer, the variable big is class of integer. Similarly, if I try to print the type of z, again, if I execute this particular command, it is of integer. Print the type of y. If I execute all other type of class integer. Okay. Now, what if I want different number base, basically? Okay. So let's say I want a binary number. So I can write like this 0b and 1010. So this is my binary number. Okay. Let's say I'm writing one octal number also 0017. And let's say I'm writing one hexadecimal number also. So 0x and I'm writing FF. Okay. Now if I print this particular numbers, if I print this particular numbers, print the binary, comma octal, comma hexa, we'll get the integer values. We get the integer values. Now let's say what is the type of this particular variables. Print, or let's say type of binary, type of the variable hexa, and type of the variable octal. Okay, if I execute this particular command, what I'm going to get is integer type, basically. Okay, just I will print like this, comma, type of hexa, comma, type of octal. If I do something like this, execute it. So all the three things are class of integer, integer, integer. So the variable binary is referring to the object which has a value of 10. Value is 10 and the type is integer. And while displaying also, it is displaying the integer value. So I hope you understood this. Okay. Now we can also use something like this underscore while assigning the numbers. Underscore. Just for readability. So if I write something like this, million is equals to 1 underscore 00 underscore 000 underscore 000. For readability, we can use underscore. If I write here print million, it will not print the underscore, it will only print the digits 1 0 0 0 like this. Okay. So let us move on to the next data type, that is float data type. So float data type basically it stores the decimal numbers, but something you must know is floats have a precision issues, right? Uh, because of how computer stores it in binary decimals. So basically how computer stores floats, if I want to add two float numbers, zero point 0.2 plus 0.3. So 0.2 will be converted to binary number, 0.3 will be converted into binary number, and then it will get added. So there is some issue in the precision. Okay. So if I write, if I want to show you something, a live example. So if I write here print 0.1 plus 0.2. So it will not give me the output 0.3. It will give me output something like this. 300000004. So this is nothing but a precision issue in float. So what if I want to only output as 0.30 or 0.3 only? So for that, I'm going to use round function. So if I write something like this, print round 0.1 plus 0.2, comma, 2 digits I want. Okay. total digits will be 2. And if I execute this particular code, I will get 0.3 as a output. Okay, I hope you understood this. Now, see here. If I writing like this, print 0.1 plus 0.2 equal to 0.3. And now I am going to write print round 0.1 plus 0.2 comma 2 equal to 0.3. So here I will get false and here I will get 2 because this is nothing but there is some floating precision issue here. Okay. There is one more method through which we can fix this, that is math.isClose. Okay. Using this particular thing, math.isClose. So for that we need to import a math library. So import math, print math.isClose 0.1 plus 0.2. Is close 0.1 plus 0.2 comma 0.3. Now if I execute this, mat.isClose 0.1 plus 0.2 comma 0.3. Incomplete input. Okay, one more bracket will come here. If I execute this, I will get 2. That means is 0.1 plus 0.2 close to 0.3? Yes, 2. Okay. Now, what if I am going to print now? Print float INF. If I execute this, I am getting INF, that is infinity. Similarly, print float minus infinity. Similarly, print float none. Sorry, nan. Nan. So nan means it is not a number basically. Infinity minus infinity, not a number. So these are some special float values. Okay. Now we'll understand another data type, that is complex. What do you mean by complex? It's nothing but it will store the complex numbers, real part plus imaginary part. So if I write here C1 is equal to 3 plus 4j, C2 is equal to complex 2 comma minus 5. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is print type of C1, then print type of C2. Okay. Print C1 dot real, print C1 dot imaginary, that is image, then print C2 dot real and print C2 dot image. Okay. These are some commands I'm going to write. And also I'm going to write print C1 plus C2. To execute this particular thing, C1 is equal to 3 plus 4j. So basically this variable is assigned the data type as complex automatically. Similarly, C2. So here I have specified complex 2 comma minus 5. It means this 2 is a real number and minus 5 is the imaginary part. Okay. So here is also it is a class of complex. So if I print type of C1, it is complex, type of C2 complex. Print C1 dot real. Extract the real number, real part from the complex number C1. So it is 3. If I want to extract the imaginary part, it is 4. Similarly, in complex number C2, it is 2 and minus 5. And if I add this particular two numbers, C1 plus C2, add the imaginary parts, that is 3 plus 2, that will be 5. And so add the real parts 3 plus 2, 5. And add the imaginary parts 4 minus 5, that is minus 1. So it will give me 5 minus 1 j. It will give me the answer. So let's say I want the magnitude also. So how to find the magnitude? We use a function called as absolute ABS. Let's say I want the magnitude of C1. So it will be square root of 3 square plus 4 square. That is going to be square root of 25. That is going to be 5. The answer is 5. So have you understood the integer data type, float data type, and the complex data type? Now we'll understand the next data type, that is Boolean data type. Okay. So what is a Boolean? Boolean data type are either true or either they are false. So if I assign something like this, T is equal to true, F is equal to false. So this is nothing but I'm assigning a Boolean data type to variable T and F. So if I print here, print type true, print type true. If I execute, will tell us it is of class Boolean. Okay. Now basically what here you have to understand is Boolean is subclass subclass of integer data type. So if I write something like this, print true plus false. Okay, if I write true plus true, okay, first we'll write true plus. If I execute this, it will give me answer as 2 because true is 1 and this true is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Similarly, if I write something like this, print true into 5, what I'm going to get is 5. I hope you understood this. Similarly, print, I'm writing false now. False plus 34. I'm going to get 34 because false is 0. Okay. Now let us understand something. Print boolean 0. Print boolean 0. Now what is this bool 0? Boolean 0 means it is false. So I'm going to get output as false. So similarly, if I print here, print boolean. Now here I'm not giving any 0 or 1. I'm going to give empty string like this. Empty string. Now what is going to be print here? False. Again false. Let's say print boolean. Here I'm going to give, let's say none. Again false. Okay. Print, let's say empty like this. Syntax error. Okay. I have not write boolean here. Bool. Again it will be false. Okay. Now what are these are falsy. Evaluate to false. Basically these are nothing but the some values which are evaluated to false. So 0 is false. Empty string is false. None is false. Empty dictionary is false. Empty set is false. Everything. Now, what are some values that are evaluated to true? So if I write something like this, print boolean 1. So this will be evaluated to true. If I write print boolean, and let's say I'm giving a string some value, then it will be true. If I write print boolean, and here, let's say I'm going to write, let's say there is a list containing just two values. So there are some values inside this. True. Print boolean -1. It is some value true. So if there is some value, then it will give us true. And if there is no value, then it will yield us false. So this is nothing but the truthy and false. Evaluate to true and evaluate to false. So I hope you understood about the Boolean data type. Let us move on to the string data type. Strings. So strings are nothing but sequence of characters. Basically, the important thing here it is immutable. We'll also discuss further what is mutable and immutable. Immutable are basically if we assign a one particular variable as a string value, we cannot change the or modify that particular value. That is nothing but immutable. Okay. You cannot change a string in place. Now let us try to understand this string data type. If I write something like this, S1 is equal to single quotes. This is my string. S2 is equals to, I'm now assigning in double quotes. Okay. S3 is equal to another string, multi-line. It's a multi-line string. Okay. So this is basically nothing but assigning of a string. So if I am assigning in single quotes or double quotes, if you want to assign multi-line string like this, you can assign a particular variable the string values. Okay. Let's say S4 is equal to string with quotes inside. Now, I want to write a string which has quotes inside. So if my string is like this, it's a great day. So basically this particular it's here, there is quotes inside. So basically instead of single quotes, I can use their double quotes. Okay. Similarly, S5, let's say, he said hello. Now here particularly hello has double quotes. So for a string, I can use single quotes here like this. So these are the examples of how you can assign a string to a variable. Okay. Now let's discuss something about the escape sequence. S6 is equals to line 1 slash n line 2. Now what this escape sequence slash n will do? It will create a new line. So basically slash n is nothing but create a new line. Okay. Next, let's say column 1 slash t column 2. If I'm writing something like this. So here this escape sequence slash t is nothing but tab. So it will create a space equivalent to a tab character. S8. I'm writing something like this. Back, then slash 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 backslash. So this slash slash is nothing but literal backslash. Let's say I'm going to print now this S8. Print S8. See, backslash you can say. Okay. So this is nothing but a backslash. If I'm writing 2 times backslash, it is literal backslash. If I want to display this backslash, then I can write something like this. 2 times backslash. Okay. So let's say one more S9 is equals to double quote say backslash hi backslash double quotes complete. Okay. Now what I'm going what is the escape sequence I have used here? Backslash double quotes. Backslash double quotes is the escape sequence I have used here. Like this. Become like this. So say backslash double quote, hi, again backslash double quote, and then double quotes to end the string. So basically backslash and double quotes. This particular escape sequence is nothing but equal to literal quote. Literal. So if I display here print S9, what I'm going to get is say, then space hi. So basically, this particular hi will be in double quotes. If I'm writing backslash double quote, backslash double quote. So it is nothing but literal quote. So I hope you understood some of these escape sequences. Now let us understand something related to raw strings. Raw strings. Okay. So let's say I want to extract some path. So path is equal to R in C drive, then go in new folder, new, and then one folder, something like this. Okay. Now this is R is nothing but here a prefix basically. So what it will do is it will ignore the escape sequences here. Now whatever escape sequence here you have used backslash, it will ignore this particular escape sequences by using this R prefix. So if I now here print path, I will get the C colon backslash new backslash folder. Okay. Now let us understand some string operations. String operations. So what are the different string operation we can perform? Let's say my string is name equals to Python. Okay. So I can write here print length of name. So it will basically tell me what is the length. Okay. Similarly, if I write here print name at index 0. So basically here what is the index? So in strings also the index starts from 0. So P is my 0th index, Y is first index, T is my second index. So if I print the name index 0, it will print capital P. Similarly, if I want the last particular character, if I want to print from the last character, so I can use here negative index. If I write here -1, it will print and give me N. Okay, this is negative indexing. And if I write 0, it is indexing from start, that is 0. Okay, another operation, sorry. Let's say I'm going to write here now name 0 colon 3. What this particular thing will return? T, start and stop. So basically, start at the 0th index and stop before third index. So it will stop at 2, 0, 1. Like this. Similarly, if I try to print like this, name, a blank, blank, colon, and then 2. Okay. This is nothing but every second character. Print every second character. So what it will print? It will print the first character, P. Then leave one character, then print T. Then again leave H, print the T. So print the every second character after starting. So after starting, T is my start point. What is the second character now? Y and T. T is the second character. Print then T. H is my first character and O is my second character. Then print O. Then again N is my first character. After N there is nothing. So it will not print N. PT like this. Okay. Every second character will be printed. Then if I write something like this, print name colon -1. Now it will be reverse. It will give me the reverse string. Now let us discuss some string methods. String methods. What are the different methods? Let's say I have one string s is equals to. Let's say here I am giving some space, hello, world, and again some space. Like this, this is my string basically. If I print like this, print s dot upper. So this is one method, upper. It will print that particular string in uppercase. Also, the spaces will be included what I have already assigned it. Similar to upper, we have one more thing, print s dot lower. So it will convert it into, sorry, lowercase, hello world. Okay. Then let's say print s dot strip, s dot strip. So this is another method. So what it will do, it will strip the spaces from the start and from the end. So here it will only print the hello world. It will strip the spaces. One more function we have here, s dot strip, okay, dot split. Okay, what this function will do? Split. It is split. I have written split. It is split. Okay. If I execute this, now see what it will give us. So basically, first it will strip. So this hello world will be stripped. The spaces will be stripped. It will become hello world. And now individual word will get splitted at a space. Split at a space. So hello will be splitted as another word and world will be splitted like this and it will return something like this. Okay, I hope you understood this particular method. Then another method we have s dot replace. Let's say I want to replace the particular word world with another word, let's say Python. Let's say Python. Second, simply write this. So print hello, replace world with Python. Okay, so world here, capital W is not a small w. It is case sensitive, right? So now it will write hello Python. So it will only replace the particular word with word Python. And rest it will keep the same. All the spaces and everything will be same. Now let's say print hello. Okay, hello dot start with HE. Okay. So print this particular string hello starts with HE. So it is asking a question, starts with HE. Is it true or false? So it will give us value in true or false. Is this particular string starting with HE? Yes. So it will give me true. If I'm writing something like this, it is starting with W. It will give me false. So I hope you understood this particular thing. Okay. Similar to start with, we have one more thing that is ends with. So if I'm writing here ends with HE, then it will give me false. If it is ending with O, it will give me true. Okay. So I hope you understood this. Yes. The next method we'll explore. Print ELL in hello. Basically, it is nothing but does ELL contains in the string hello? Yes, it contains ELL. So it will give me true. Similarly, if I write something like this, EO, does EO contains in the string hello? So it will give me false because EO is simultaneous. It should be after EO should come. It is not EO as a character contains in the hello. Okay, I hope you understood this particular method. Let's say next method, let's say world dot capitalize. Now what this particular method will do? This will capitalize the first letter, that is world's first character, that is W. It will make the W capital, the rest it will be small. What if I write like this? Print W small ORLD dot capitalize. So still what is doing? It is capitalizing the first letter, the rest it is small letters. Okay, I hope you understood the method capitalize. Next thing, let's say print hello. Let's say hello world. Print hello world dot title. So I'm executing like this. So what output we get in this particular string? The first letter of each word is getting capitalized. So hello H is capitalized and in world W is capitalized. Similarly, if I write something like this, hello all in capital and this all in small. If I execute, same thing as capitalize, it will only capitalize the first letter of the word and rest it will be small. Only capitalize the first letter of the word, rest will be small. So let us explore one more method, print dot join. Dot join. In this, I'm basically giving this values A, comma B, comma C, like this. Okay. I'm executing this. What this particular thing is doing, it is joining A, B, and C with a separator, can say comma, A, comma, B, comma, C, like this. So these were some of the string methods. I hope you understood these methods. Now let us understand something called as string formatting. Okay, string formatting. There are basically many methods for string formatting. Let's say I'm assigning one variable name Alice and age is equals to 25. Okay. Now I want to print this together. Let's say print name, colon, string, percentage S. To use percentage is basically for displaying a string. Then comma, display the age and it is integer. So you basically use percentage D. Okay. Okay. Now, what you have to display here in percentage S and percentage D, you have to display the name and the age. So here the formatting is write the percentage and then in brackets write name comma age. If I execute this particular thing, I will get name Alice, age 25. Okay. One more method we have. Let's explore the method number 2. Method number 2 is print, let's say name colon. Now here I will use curly braces, comma, age, colon, again some value curly braces. So for any value curly brace. And then you use something called as dot format. Dot format name, comma, age. If I execute this, again I will get name Alice, age 25. I hope you understood this. Now, if I write something like this, similarly, print name, here I am going to write in curly braces, let's say 0, and here I am going to write 1. And format name age. Same output I'm going to write get. Similarly, if I write like this, name N and age is let's say A, format name age. Format name age. So here I'm assigning here some value to the N and A. So here while formatting, I need to assign N is nothing but the name and A is nothing but the age. Then I will get the values. So N is nothing but a name and name is nothing but Alice. So I will get Alice. A is nothing but equal to age and age is 25. So I will get instead of A 25. So these are the some methods through which you can display the results. One more method we have, method number 3, which is most commonly used, and that is nothing but the F string method. F string. So this is very simple. Basically, you print F string name, and here I want the name, variable name, comma age, and inside this I want age, basically. And if I execute this, I will get name Alice, age 25. Similarly, I can also write it like this. F, say next year. And here I can write age plus 1 like this. So if I execute this also, next year is nothing but 26 like this. So next year I can write next year age is 26. So I can also perform operations inside these curly braces. If I write something like this, print f pi equals to 3.14159 colon dot to f close bracket close. If I execute this, it will give me pi is equal to, now this 3.14159 colon dot 2f. It means it will only display the two decimal numbers, up to two decimal numbers, so 3.14. So let us explore one more thing. Let's say print f string 42 colon 08b. What this particular thing will do? It will give me the binary equivalent of 42. Okay, and up to 8 digits. Binary, give me the binary number and 8 bytes. 8 bytes means 8. Now we'll discuss about what is immutability. So if I write something like this, s is equals to hello. And if I try to do something like this, change the index s of 0 to capital H. And if I run this, there will be a type error. String object does not support item assignment. This is nothing but strings are immutable. Strings cannot be changed once it is assigned. So if you want to fix this particular thing, we need to create a new string. So basically, I'm creating a new string s is equal to, I want the start to be capital H. And after that, everything that this particular s has. So this H should be capital. After that, ELLO I should get from the same. So I can concat this with the s string. And I want it from the index number 1. Index number 0 is capital H. So from index number 1, I want it from index number 1 till the end everything. So if I run this particular command now and print s, I will get capital H hello. Okay. Or you can also do like this, s is equal to s dot replace this capital H with small h or vice versa. So if you do, now I am replacing the capital H with small h. So if I print here s, now I will get a small h hello. So I hope you understood this particular string data types. Let us move to the next data type, that is list. Okay, what is list? So I can write fruits is equals to bracket, and here I can mention the list of fruits: apple, banana, let's say grapes, then let's say cherry, like this, and so on. So this is nothing but my fruits is nothing but a list. If I check now the type, print type of fruits. This will be nothing but class of list. So it is a list data type. Now basically lists are mutable order sequence. Okay, I will show you this. Now, can we have mixed inside this particular list? Can we have mixed data type? Let's say I'm creating a mixed variable. Inside that, I'm storing one integer also. I'm storing strings also, hello, comma, I'm storing float also like this. Okay, and I'm storing Boolean value also too. So is this allowed? Yes, this is also allowed. So basically, the type of this mixed variable is nothing but list only. But inside this particular list, I can have multiple values. I can have integer value, I can have string value, I can have float value, I can have Boolean values. Okay. Now, if I try to run something like this, type of mixed 0, then what I'm going to get? Int. That means in the mixed list, with the index 0, the value is 1, and 1 is of the type integer. Similarly, type of mixed, let's say 2. So I'm going to get float like this. So inside that list, you can have any value data types, but whole thing is nothing but a list. Okay. So similar to the strings, here also we have, let's say, print fruits 0:2. 0:2 means it will print the 0 and it will stop before the second index. That means it will print 0 and first index, that is apple and banana. Okay. Now let's learn about modifying the list. Modifying list. So in strings, we were not able to modify the strings because strings are immutable. But list we can modify. So how we can modify? Let's say fruits dot append. Let's say I want to add one value inside the list. Let's say append mango. And then now again print the fruits. So what I will get? This particular mango will get attached at the last index. So apple, banana, grapes, cherry, mango. Like this. Add to the end. Similarly, if I write something like this, fruits dot insert. Now I don't want to insert at the end. I want to insert at some position. Let's say at index 1. Insert at index 1 blueberry. Blueberry. Now if I write print fruits. Print fruits. Now if I execute this particular command as a whole, it will again append mango. Again append mango. Okay. So I need to execute this differently. I need to execute this differently. Okay. Now here what happened? At the index 1, blueberry will get inserted. What I was trying to say last time is, if I execute this command together again, it will again append mango. So it will be mango and now blueberry items. That's why I executed it explicitly. Okay. Next thing, let's say fruits dot remove. Remove. Let's say remove mango. Now we have mango two times. What happens if I execute this? Now if I'm writing print fruits, mango will be removed. So one mango is there, but one mango is removed. If I again execute this fruit remove mango, now the another mango will remove. So at a time only one particular mango will remove. Okay. Now, now I'm writing something like this. Pop is equals to fruits dot pop. What this particular thing will give us? Pop is equal to fruits dot pop, and let's say uh print pop. I'm getting cherry. So why I'm getting cherry? Because at the last there was cherry. So cherry is getting pop and it is also removed. If I now print fruits, I will not get cherry. So basically this fruits dot pop function, basically pop operation or method, what is it is doing? It is removing the last element and also it is assigning to a variable pop. Okay. Now we will see some methods, list methods. So let's say I have some list, let's say nums 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 9, 2, 6. This is my list of numbers. If I write something like this, print length of nums. So it will basically give the length that is 8. If I something write like this, print nums dot count 1. Count 1 means how many times 1 is there in the list. So 1, 2, 2 times is there. I'll get 2. Count of 1 is 2. So if I write something like this, print nums dot index of 5. So basically, this particular 5 element is at which index. So 0, 1, 2, 3, fourth index. I will get 4. Next, let's say nums dot sort. So if I write sort here and if I execute, I'm going to print nums. So they will get sorted in a ascending order basically. So first they were unsorted. Now it gets sorted in ascending order. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like this. Okay. Similarly, if I write something like this, nums dot reverse, it will be in reverse order. So if I print here nums, now it will be in reverse. First it got sorted. Now this is my new nums. Now this particular nums is my modified nums. Now it will be reverse order 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like this. Basically, list is mutable. You can see here. If I write something like this, copy is equal to nums dot copy. So basically, it will be a shallow copy of that nums. What do you mean by shallow copy? So if I write here print copy, So it will be same as that of the nums. But if I modify here something, let's say uh, copy dot append 3, and if I display here print nums and print copy. If I modify in copy, it will not get modified in the num. This is my shallow copy. Okay. One more method, nums dot clear. If I execute this particular method and print here nums, nothing will be displayed. So it is nothing but empty the list. Okay. So list is mutable. You can change it after creation. This is the key difference between the list and the strings. So similar to this, we have one more data type, that is nothing but tuple. So what is a tuple data type? So let's say coordinates is equals to 10, 20, or let's say not tuple. Not tuple is equals to 42. Okay. Now what I'm going to write here is type of chords and type of not tuple. To execute this, so I need to write here print the type of chords, comma, and the type of tuple. To execute, you can see the coordinates or chords variable. This is of type tuple. But when I write a not tuple is equal to 42 or any other variable name here, you can write, let's say x, and here I'm writing x, executing. So this particular thing is a tuple, but this particular thing is not a tuple. It is an integer class. So why? So for a tuple, you must provide your comma. Okay. So this is just int, no comma, not a tuple. So if you want a tuple data set and only single data is present, so just provide your 42 comma. Now if I execute this, now both the classes will be in a tuple. So I hope you understood what is a tuple basically. So comma is needed for single element tuple. Okay. Let us understand something called as tuple unpacking. Tuple unpacking. Let's say x comma y is equal to chords. So chords is nothing but my 10, 20. Now I'm assigning that particular chords 10, 20 to x and y. So if I now print x, y, I will get the values at 10 and 20. So my x will become 20, 10 and y will become 20. So basically what are tuples? Tuples are faster than list, but for read-only data. So where is the use case of this particular tuples? We use for coordinates or we use for any RGB colors where we have three colors R, G and B. So then in records, database records, or we use as a function return. So here all things we use tuples because they are faster than list. Okay. Next data type is nothing but a dictionary data type. Dictionary data type is nothing but a key value pair. So we have a key and we have a value for that particular key. So the syntax is like this. Let's say person in curly braces, and in that curly braces, we can have some values. Key and value. Let's say name. This is my one key, and value assigned to that key is, let's say, Alice. Alice. So how we write the syntax? Name, this is a key, colon, the value, comma. One more key I want to give, let's say age, age, colon, let's say 25, comma. Let's say city, colon, Mumbai, like this. So this is how I can store this particular variable as a dictionary data type. Now basically if I write here print the type of person variable, it will give me the class of dictionary. Basically, it is a key value base. So what if I want to only assign this particular value of that person, this particular key value? So I can write here like this, access values, let's say print person name. I want to mention the key basically. So if I want to access the value of a particular key, I will write print person and the key name, I will get an Alice, sorry. There is another method to get this particular answer. We can write print person dot get age. So get method, get age. So here I get 25. Okay. Print person, if I write something like this, dot get email, comma, email, okay, comma, NA. What this particular thing will do? This is a numeric string. So this particular get method, what it will do is, if email is there as a key, it will provide the value. If there is no key such as email, then it will by default provide me the value. If we don't use something like this, person, email, I know this particular key is not present, then I will get error. If I don't want this error, I can use something like this dot get email. If it is not there, email is not there, then provide that by default value as NA. So if I don't want errors in the program, I can use this particular get method. Okay. Now let's say I want to modify the dictionary. Let's say age, I want to modify it. Now it is 25. Let's say I want to modify it to 26. Then email. Person email is not there, but I want to insert it, add a new key. Let's say I'm going to add abc@gmail.com. I can write like this. Okay. Then let's say person. Okay. Let's say I'm going to delete particular key. Let's say delete person and delete the city. I can write like this. So I execute this particular thing. And now if I print person dot get age, basically person dot get age. So here you can see I will get 26. Okay. Now I don't know which keys are present, which keys are not present, which I have deleted, which I have modified. So I can write here print person dot keys. Person dot keys. So this particular thing will tell us what are the different keys in my dictionary. So it is name, age, and email is present because we have deleted the person and we have added the email. That's why here email is there, city is not there. We have deleted the cities. Okay. So let's say I want to print the values, all the values. So I can write like this: print person dot values. Person dot values. If I execute this, I will get all the values. ls 26 abc@gmail.com. So instead of single value, I want all the values. So I will use this dot values. Okay. Let's say I'm going to use now print person dot items. If I run this particular thing, what I'm going to get is, so I will get here each single item. Name Alice. So key is name, value is Alice. Age 26, email @abc. So it will be in the form of name, comma the value, age, comma the value, email, comma the value, and so on. Like this. Okay. Now, let's say I want to check if they exist or not. So let's say I'm going to write print name if in person. If I execute this, it will say true. Name exists in the person. Similarly, if I write print city in person. So does city exist in the person dictionary? Yeah, we get false because it does not exist. Okay. Okay, so I hope you understood about the data type dictionary. The next data type is set. Okay. Let's say S is equal to assigning one set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on like this. Okay. Now if I write something called as print S, I'll get the particular set as printed. If I write here type of S, I'm going to get it as a set data type. Okay. Now, now basically, if I write something like this, now if I write something like this, nums is equal to, I'm writing a list 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, 6, like this. This is my list. Okay. Executed this. My nums is nothing but my list. What if I want the unique elements to be? So unique is equals to set nums. Set nums. If I write something like this, And now if I print unique, I will get a unique element only 1, 2, 4, 6. So basically, let's see here print type of nouns, comma, type of unique. You can see here, basically nums was my list data type. And here, unique is nothing but a set. Set nums. Convert that particular list into a set. Basically, set will take only the unique elements and then print the unique and I'll get the unique elements. Okay. Now let us see some set operations. Set operations. Let's say my A is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And B is equal to 3, 4, 5, and 6, like this. What are the different operations of set union, intersection, difference, symmetric difference, and so on? So let's say I want union. So for union, I use something like this. A union B, like this. So I print, I will get union of set A and set B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I'm writing something like this for intersection A and B, then I will get an intersection that is a common element that is 3 and. Okay. Now let's say I want to perform the difference. So let's say I'm going to perform the difference. I'm going to write print A minus B. It's a difference. Such element which is present in A but not in B. That is 1, 2. Present in A but not in B. And then I want symmetric difference also. Symmetric difference is A cap B. So here I'll get that elements 1, 2, 5, 6. So this is nothing but it will exclude the common elements. So I hope you understood about this set operations. Now, can we write something like this? S is equals to empty, like this. And let's say what is the type of S? Type of S. It is a dictionary basically. It is not telling me it is set, it is a dictionary. So basically, if we do not provide any value inside this curly braces, it is nothing but is an empty dictionary and not an empty set. Now, what if I want empty set? What if I want empty set? So the correct way is like S is equal to set, like this. Then if I write here type of S, I will get it is a type of data type is set. Now this is nothing but empty set. Now S is an empty set. Previously, if I write something like this, it is a empty dictionary. Now this is an empty set. Okay. So I hope you understood about this. Now let us explore something called as none type. Let's say X is equal to none. I am writing here X is equals to none. Okay. I am now going to print X. Print X. It is none. And I'm going to print now the type of X. It's a type of X, none type. So this is none type is itself a data type. It is none, no value. Okay, basically none. So what is the difference between none, false, zero, and empty? Let us try to understand this. Print none is equal to false. Is it true? Sorry, false. It is going to tell me false. Means none is not equal to false. It is false. Similarly, if I write print none equal to 0. Is it equal to 0? No. It is not equal to 0 also. Is none equal to empty string? No, it is also false. Then what is none? So basically, if I write is none, then I get true. Yes. So basically, use is for none checks. Basically, whenever we have to check for none, we use is. So basically, none is neither false nor zero, nor is an empty string. Basically, none means nothing. Okay. Let us discuss something known as type conversion or type casting. There are basically two types of type conversion. First is implicit, and second one is explicit. What do you mean by implicit? Implicit means Python does it automatically. So Python does automatically. And explicit means manually we have to do. So let's try to understand first implicit type conversion. If I write something like this, x is equals to 5. This is integer. Y equals to 2.3. This is float. And let's say z is equals to x plus 5. Now what is z? That is x plus 5. So if I print z, what I'm getting 7.3. And if I print z along with the type of z, will give me it is of class float. Basically, it is converting this x5 into float. 5 plus 2.3 it is nothing but 5.0 plus 2.3. Basically, it is converted into automatically into float plus float. It will result into float, and thus the data type of z is nothing but float. So this is nothing but implicit type conversion. Now let us understand something known as explicit type conversion. Explicit means we have to explicitly provide it. Let's say print 3.9, but I want only integer. So I will write here int 3.9. And if I execute this, particular thing, print, okay, print, then I will get only 3. So this particular float will get converted into integer. It will ignore these decimal places. It will truncate this. It will not round off. It will not round off. It will truncate these decimal places and it will only provide me this 3. Similarly, if I write something like this, print int and I provide a string here. Now this 43 is nothing but it is not an integer value. It is a string value since I provided in quotes. Now if I execute this, I will get 43 as a integer value. This is explicit type conversion. If I write something like this, convert int this true into it. Now this true is Boolean value. True is nothing but 1. So I will get 1 here. So I hope you understood this particular thing. Similarly, if I write something like this, print float and giving integer value, it will be 5.0. Print string, convert it into string 3.14. Convert 3.14 in string. It means it will display like this. Now this 3.14 it is displayed, but it is converting into a string. Basically, converting into string means now the data type will be string here. Let's say now print list hello. Now this is my string. This particular hello is string, but I want to convert that particular data type into list data type. If I execute, it is converting this particular string into a list of characters. Similarly, if I write something like this, tuple, print tuple, and I'm providing it a list 1, 2, 3, like this. If I execute this, now this particular list will get converted into a tuple 1, 2, 3. Okay. Similarly, print set. I want to convert into set a particular list. So 1, 2, 2, 3. Now this particular list 1, 2, 2, 3 will get converted into set. So if I write set is 1, 2, 3. So I hope you understood how we can do type conversion, what is implicit type conversion and explicit type conversion. Okay. Now where you will get errors in this. If you try to do something like this, print int hello. Can we convert this hello into integer? No. This is a string, but we cannot convert this into integer. So there will be invalid literal for int. But if I write instead of hello, if I write here like say 56, so this can be converted or 5. It can be converted into integer. Right? So this is invalid type conversion. Similarly, if I write something like this float ABC, this is also invalid type conversion. Will not convert the string to float. Similarly, if I write something like this int 3.14 in string, if I write invalid literal for int, okay. If I provide something like this, then it can convert float to int 3.145 like this. It can convert it to 3. Okay. Now, what if I want to convert this particular string, let's say s is equals to 3.145, whatever. This is my string. I want to convert this string into integer. I cannot directly convert it. So what I can do is, I can write like this, print, I wanted it integer, first convert it into float, 3.14. So first this 3.14 string will be converted into float. Then this float will be converted into int. So this is how we can use a type conversion. Okay. So I hope you understood what the data types, integer, float, complex, Boolean, then none. And in collections, we have set, tuple, list, dictionary, all these things. And the last part remaining here, it is about the input and output. First, we'll discuss about the output. Let's say I want to display, that is basic print. If I write here print 42 or 43, I'll will print 43. If I'm writing here some string, hello world, it will print that particular string, hello world. So this basic string you all know. So printing multiple values, that also I have discussed while discussing about the string data type, that is f string. What are the three methods that we can see? Let's say I want to separate with parameters. So separate parameters. Say, let's say I want to print 2024, comma 6, comma 9. And I want a separator between all these values. So I will write here separator is equals to dash. If I run this particular thing, here codes, I have not provided the codes. If I execute this now, I will get 2024 dash 06 dash 09. So I hope you understood this. Okay. Let's say I want to print something like this. Print hello end is equals to something like this. End is equals to space. I want space at the end. Print hello, comma space at the end. So I will get the hello and one space at the end. Here you can see one space at the end. So in this only, I am going to write here print world also. World. What it will do is, after printing hello, it will not go in the next line, new line. It will be in the same line and print a space. And after that, this print world will get printed. That's how we can get this output in a one single line. Okay. So I hope you understood this particular thing. Okay. Let's say I'm writing like this, print. That is printing nothing. So it is just adding a one line. Printing nothing, print nothing is nothing but just a new line is added. So yes. So this was all about print statement, how output. Now there are other formatting output, how to format output. We have already discussed in the string data type, that is F string formatting. There are many other ways also of formatting. Let's discuss that also. Let's say I'm going to write here print F string 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and like this, something like this. Something like this and this. So what it is going to do is it will just make the number as a comma separated. Comma separated. Okay. If I'm writing something like this, print F string and then 42 colon greater than 10. 42 colon greater than 10. I execute this. So what it will do is it will right align in 10. If I write here less than 10, it will left align. Left align with 10. If I want it in middle, if I want it in center, I can use cap. So it is now in the center. So five spaces from this side, 5 spaces from this side, in center 42. Thanks. So I hope you understood this, right align, left align, center. Then if you want to print in hexadecimal or binary, you can write like this. Print F string, F string. Let's say 255 I want to print in hexadecimal like this. With the code also, with the code also. So here 255 is nothing but double F and with the hexadecimal code 0x. Similarly, if I want binary, so I will write print binary. Let's say I want binary for 10. Binary for 10. So here I will put hash B. If I execute this, I will get a binary number of 10, 1010 with the code that is 0B binary. Can we solve some expressions? Yes, we can also solve some expressions. Print F string, let's say A plus B, okay, is equals to A plus B. Like this, I want the display. Like this, I want to display. So for that, I need to give value as I need to assign values to the variables. So A is equals to, let's say 10, or A comma B is equals to 10 comma 3 times. So I will get this print particular statement in this way. 10 plus 3 is equals to 30, like this. Okay, expression inside the F strings. Now, the very important concept, how to take input. So how to take input, there is a function known as an input function. Okay, so basic input, let's say name. I want to take the name. So let's say name is equal to input and function I will provide, enter your name. Okay. Basically, if I run this particular code, I will be prompted like enter your name. I will write Rishi, and this Rishi will be stored in the variable name. Basically, it will store as an object and this name will point at particular object. If I here now print name, I will get machine. Okay. Understood? Now, let's see. What is the type of name here? Type of name is basically string. Well, let's say I'm going to write here A is equal to input, enter a number. Enter a number. Okay. If I execute this, let's say number is 34. And here I'm going to print the type of A as well as A. So A is 34 and type is it is integer, then why it is showing class string. So by default, the input function will return the value which we have provided in string class. Okay, so input will always return string. So we need to convert that input. So if we want only the integer value, you have to convert that. So here I will write that A is equal to int. Convert that particular input into integer input and write enter a number basically like this. So if I execute here, if I execute this particular thing, if I write here one string, let's say string, then it will throw you an error, invalid literal for int. So here I need to mention number only, let's say 23, then it will take the input. So this is how we can convert that particular input string into an integer or float or any other data type we want. Okay. Let's say I want to take multiple inputs on one line. So let's say A comma B is equals to input, enter two numbers, enter two numbers. Okay, this is my prompt. Now dot split that two numbers and then assign that two numbers AB is equals to int of A comma int of B and then print that particular two numbers. Let's say A comma plus we'll add that numbers also. B is equals to A plus B. So I hope you understood this particular thing. So enter two numbers, let's say 3 space 4. So 3 plus 4 is 7. So basically it is splitting that particular numbers, 3 and 4, whatever I have. Again, let's say I am not adding any space. So I am writing 2, 3. It will not take. It will consider this 2, 3 as a 23. But expected 2 digits got 1. So we need to give the input by space separated. So 4 space 5. Then it will consider it 4 as another number, 5 as another number. Since we are using a split function. So it will split this big space. So 4 will be another, 5 will be another. 4 will be assigned to A, 5 will be assigned to B. It will be converted into integer data type and then it will be added. So this is how it will be working. Okay. So that's all for the today's video. So in today's video, we discuss about the variables, how variables are assigned, what is the memory allocation, then what are the data types and examples of all the data types. And lastly, we discuss about the input and output, how to take input and how to display the output. So we have discussed so many things in this particular video. I hope you find this video interesting and helpful. Do like, share and subscribe the channel for more such video. Thank you so much for watching.